Well, hello guys, welcome back. First, thank you to all the people that asked me to keep trying with this god. Um, we're sitting in the middle of a lovely thunderstorm with lightning. It's heat lightning, so it's really cool. I think that his dad is celebrating. At first I thought his brother warned me this morning, but it was him actually, and he's like, "Why wouldn't you let me protect you? We got a Dollar General flyer in. And why would I need protected from that?" Well, I had this vision, this really strong vision, that there was a potential, at least, not that it's going to happen, but there was a good potential that there are going to be people jammed in the doors, because even though there are two doors and they slide apart automatically, there's really not more room than two people can walk comfortably. And then there's like a little foyer, and then there's another set of doors. And this is a very tight, small store. There's really only one room for one person to be walking down an aisle at a time. And they said that the first 50 adults, 18 and older, are going to get a $10 gift card. I could see chaos because there aren't 50 parking spaces up there, my dears. And the first 100 people are going to get a bag and a tumbler. Stuff they couldn't make you take the rest of the year because it's the opening, grand opening. People are going to want it so bad. Um, and I got this vision of this chaos going through the store because you know those 50 people are going to want to spend their $10 before Dollar General changes their mind. And people are going to be going in there and demanding, and it won't just be adults. They're going to have their kids because it's going to be a Saturday, and I'm like, that's going to be hell on earth because there are 50 parking spaces up there. There's certainly not 100. I did not want any parts of this, and I thought that's what it was, that I was just like seeing something, with a negative attitude. And he's like, "Why wouldn't you let me help you?" So it was actually Hermes warning me. He was like, "No, you are not going. I'm the Lord of, commerce and everything. And I see how bad an idea this is. Nothing may happen. Something may happen. It's not set in stone," but he's like, "No, you are not going. I can see how this is going to turn out. You're not going." So I'm forbidden to go Saturday, and I actually appreciate it because he was being very loving and protective. And what really endeared him to me today was not so much that, or even we looked up his Tumblr. Don't judge. And we got a game down because he said, "Since you're not going to travel for that, would you like to play this game? Because I know you've been intrigued with it for a while, and it would be a way for us to test. Can we really work together?" I said, "Okay, that's fair enough." So as a sacrifice, I got him this game because I said, "Are you sure you don't want this card? It's not just my social anxiety making up a conversation with you." And he's like, "I'm sure I don't want a $10 gift card. Really? What am I going to do with it? Go shopping on my own?" So he's like, he doesn't want it. So okay, we get this game down, and it's pretty boring. It's three different nature scenes, and you have a choice of day or night, which sounds wonderful, but the graphics are kind of like back in the 90s, and there's literally nothing to do. You're just supposed to sit there and be impressed. That was not working, and we were both trying to make the best of it until we were just both like, we can't work together because we can't even sit in what's supposed to be paradise together. And I picked up a piece of driftwood. I was frustrated. And I was going to try to draw in the sand. I accidentally hit a stone and went flying. And, I would never do that in real life, be doing stuff that could potentially hurt people. But as soon as we figured that out, we invented sand hockey. So we were knocking all the stones into the water of paradise, and all these fishes are flying away in a panic, and we're like throwing all the wood in the water, and we found this fruit that if you dropped it sounded like a bongo drum, so we were doing that. And then we found a dock scene in a wooded area that if you got really bored like we did, we picked up another piece of wood and we were whacking the stones into that as a hockey net. And then we found out that the physics on the lanterns are broken and they swing like a circle. So it swings just like Thor's hammer does in the movies. So we were swinging those and launching those and watching them fly in the air and land in the lake. So we were having great amount of fun destroying everything. And we did this for over 40 minutes because this was taken off my headset. He says, "How long do you think we played that game?" I said, "Oh, I think like 15 minutes or something. We didn't really play it that long." I said, but they say it's only supposed to be a 5-minute tech demo, but I appreciate you playing with me. I said, you're not mad I destroyed all that stuff? He goes, no, you had fun. That was the point. So we played for over 40 minutes. So I got some exercise because I was kind of concerned I hadn't been getting exercise because the park's too dangerous to go to now. To spare you the details, the park's too dangerous to go to now. And with the heat wave, I can't walk up to the store or anything. So we got our exercise, and he was actually overjoyed. We found something to do to have fun. He wasn't mad that I broke all this stuff. He thought it was great fun. He says it wasn't real life. So we went from an app where you're supposed to sit there and meditate and be chill, because people that loved it were like, I sat there for hours. It's so beautiful. We're trying to set a tent on fire. That's how we play this game. And we're like, oh, go, try it again, make the torch again, make the torch again. Can we light it on fire? So, yeah, that's how we played this game. And we tried to set the forest on fire. We were bored and unsupervised, so that's our story, and we're sticking with it. But we were having fun. It wasn't meant for us. We both don't have the personality that can sit there for hours and look at the sunset. It was, it was actually the first time I played with someone that they were just as bored as me and we were trying to destroy stuff. And it made me remember that, I was always a fidgety kid in class. Back in my day, they called it high strung or spastic or fidgety or something. There weren't these labels you have today, so you don't grow out of it ever. Because I got bored and I just started destroying things. And I would never do that in real life. If I was bored somewhere, I would go home. I wouldn't just, destroy stuff. Or if I'm sitting at the bus stop bored out of my mind, I don't destroy stuff. But it was okay in that game. So we destroyed a bunch of stuff and scared the hell off a bunch of animals and tried to set the forest on fire. And that's the game we had. And that's how we had a bonding experience. That's the weirdest bonding experience I've had with any god, but it just kind of like broke the ice for us. So Hermes and I are getting along now. We tried to burn the forest down, and Loki just looked at the two of us when we came out, and he's like, trying to burn the forest down. And he knew about the incident. There was this asshole with a hang glider. He actually ran into a guy in a hot air balloon and pushed a hot air balloon out of the way. And I'm like, that asshole, we should throw stones at him, but we didn't have any stones left. So we want to go back in the game and stone this guy to death. Actually, we really want to set him on fire, but the asshole doesn't come out at night. He only comes out at day, and there's no daytime fire, so we're looking for you, man. If we ever find you or we find a way to make a gun in that game, you're gonna get it. Casual people find this channel and never come back. But yeah, it was actually fun. We ran around and we got all the spastic energy out of us, and then we could sit and stare at the moonlight. We could sit on the beach. It was pretty, but we were bored and left unsupervised, so we tried to burn everything to the ground. Don't I make Hermes sound like the greatest god I work with? But he was happy because we got exercise and we had athletics and we enjoyed nature. He's actually a god of nature, so it was kind of unusual, but he cared more about that we were having fun. And we were playing together because he was playing right along with me. He's like, yeah, let's see what we can do. So we were having fun. We tried to destroy stuff. Normal games where the goal is to destroy things, he just doesn't seem usually that interested, but this he had fun with, so we had a lot of fun with that. And I remembered a story I told you guys, and I always thought it was Loki, but now the more I think of it, I think it was Hermes, because this person talked about seeing a shadowy figure, and I guess you could say a lot of the gods can appear like that. I mean, they can appear like whatever they want, but it felt like this had been Hermes, because when he shook me awake, his touch was like way too gentle, and his voice was way too gentle and soft, and he's sweet, and I knew exactly who it was. So yeah, I know it was Hermes. Woo, thunder! His dad's happy. It was Hermes because he was way too gentle when he woke me up, and he was way too concerned. His voice was way too sweet. He, depending on the mood, would just be yelling at me to wake up and get outside. But yeah, it was Hermes that saved me, so I appreciate it. So yeah, his dad's definitely celebrating. We're having a thunderstorm with lightning and everything. The other gods seem to be celebrating because it broke the ice for us. We got to see each other relaxed and we got to play together. He was so excited. I think he's been waiting years to do that, so it was fun. So I want to thank you guys for encouraging us to keep working at. Ooh, lightning. To keep working at it because we really did keep working at it. Like I made him hot pockets with the ham and cheese that he likes. And I know a traditional offering is honey, and you can put honey on ham products. It actually tastes pretty good, and we put butter on it too. We made the fancies, and nothing was working until that, and then that just broke the ice, and we get along fine now. If we want to be rambunctious and break stuff, we know where to go. So if you guys like it, like, comment, subscribe, and again, we want to thank you guys, and we are enjoying the thunder and lightning, and we will see you guys later. Bye bye.